Hi, thank you for listening to River's Investment Channel. I'm Chiyao. First, we have production industries, which is the centerpiece of the economy. Second, we have other industries enhancing production, facilitating logistics, and presenting products. And third, we have speculation industries, bigger than the previous two. We can support the economy through speculating, but sadly, that's the economy we have. Manufacturing sectors has been slaughtered. Profits that were supposed to be earned by manufacturers are steered toward industry of speculations. Under free market and some money, people must produce honestly. Instead, profits are taken away and given to speculators, causing manufacturers not only unprofitable, but also exploitable. It is manufacturers that are supporting the economy through hardworking productions, and somehow so-called money can be easily printed into existence, and without ever producing any goods, speculators can turn price difference into profits and share the wealth they never created. Again, people produce to trade. Money is only a medium. Additional intervention from policymakers is aimed at benefit for speculators. Policymakers create an environment to rob and steal for speculators, and once the environment gets too toxic, like the one we have now, manufacturers will vanish and never come back unless free market and some money are reinstalled into the system, and until then, no more wealth can be created. Policymakers are trying to cover up the deteriorating economy by printing currencies and physical stimulus. But they will only accelerate the speed and strength of the domino effect by adding business entry costs. What it does is just raise the price for assets and substitute asset price appreciation with that. Policymakers have no way to solve the economic problems. In fact, they are the problems themselves to start with. Central bankers are trying to solve the debt problems by inflation, but the truth is the debt problems are never going to be solved because inflation is the result of debt accumulation and asset monetization, which none of it actually creates wealth. And according to policymakers, the solution to our debt and bubble is more debt and bigger bubble. So one by one, they will start printing currencies, and each time at a larger scale and a shorter time span. BOJ and ECB alone print approximately 180 billion US paper each month, and alone will increase the inflation by 10% per year. And this doesn't include People's Bank of China's goal of 13 to 15% domestic inflation. The fiscal policy is very inefficient. It first takes productive resources from the economy and make the use unproductive. The unpayable debts and bubble are the result of market manipulations. Resources are misallocated and wasted. So misallocating and wasting resources cannot be the solution. The real problem is we don't have enough producers, and currency printings and physical stimulus only make the problem much deeper and much bigger. No one can be allowed to fail. The risk-adjusted cost is higher than the return, and it gets so absurd that it is the first time in the history the nominal interest rate is negative. The act is only deferring the inevitable debt crisis to a later date, but that stored energy will get so much stronger. This rollover of unpayable debts initiates the domino. The longer it waits, the bigger and more complicated it grows, and the more devastating it gets. This is the road of no return. We will have more debts and bigger bubbles until everything is out of control. We have more than 2.5 trillion debt in oil sector. A 10% loss is worth more than one whole year of entire world financial sector profits. And that doesn't count in the related industries. So the increase in oil price from below $30 to about $50, even with a large oil supply, is for a reason, to protect the financial sector, even though they are the ones who did this to themselves. The junk bond market and potential downgrades to junk level yields are unjustified by the risk of default. Solutions are default, rollover, or hyperinflation. The choice of rollover only makes the problem much bigger. You can solve the waste of resources by wasting more resources. However, it is the only solution policymakers want. A 30% correction in real estate price will take away 5 years of financial profits. By the way, the 30% correction isn't going to make the real estate market affordable. And the derivatives book of 500 trillions. Just a 1% loss will suffocate all parties. And this is why there will never be a $40 billion fine for Deutsche Bank, or they will return the fine in other forms to the bank. Otherwise, this will open up the floodgate for Deutsche Bank's 75 trillion derivatives. The avalanche will destroy the entire global financial system and everything it passes. The problem is all dominoes are connected. A fall-in-one step will lead to the system meltdown. The risk-seeking behavior will make sure no one can survive to stand up and walk away. And all is enabled by financial elites in the name of every single person on earth. Policymakers will burn everything, and that's who they really are. They lie, steal, and rob. As long as power remains on their hands, the problem will only spin faster until it spins out of control. The domino to economic calamity has already been set up. The only step left is someone accidentally knocks down the first piece. To wrap it up, I want you to know why things will hit the fan and who are behind it. And I hope more people can wake up and stop participating in this kind of setup. We are too late to dodge the crisis, but we can minimize potential losses. As domino goes down on the road to economic calamity, embrace the free market, sound money, and personal liberty. Thank you for listening to Reverse Investment Channel. This is Chiao, signing out for now.